Very good morning, children. Yesterday we discussed about the history lesson 1, module 1, right? I hope you understand that concept. How, when, and where, right? So, and one more thing actually, yesterday I asked one question to you, right? That is, why India is considered as Hindustan? Okay, so how many of you collect the information about that? Did you collect the information? No? Okay. Let me tell you. Here, Hindustan means actually near India means the borders of India, river Indus is there. You know already that. Okay. The Indus river name before in the Sanskrit name Sindhu. There is Sindhu river in the Sanskrit. The word Sindhu came from the Indus. Okay. So in that way here India and the beyond the river the land is called as the Stan, means place. Okay. So on that name India is referred as the Hindustan. Right? Now you all understand what's the reason behind that, right? So here today we are going to discuss about the module 2 in the same lesson, right? How dates are and how do we periodize. Two topics we are going to discuss. Okay, so in this the first one, how dates are. Actually for every incident, any event, dates are important. That we know already. Yesterday we discussed also about that, right? So here what I am trying to tell you is any incident, any important sequence is there, any important things are happened in that thing, in that incident, that we will remember. Okay, that dates are, we will consider those are important dates, right? So here also means, for example, we'll take a human life, means our life. We'll take an example. How will you consider a man's life from his childhood onwards, right? Means from his birth point up to 11 years of age is considered as childhood, and next after childhood teenage, and next after teenage adult, and after that old age. So these are the stages behind a human life. You know already that. Okay, so in that way here what I am trying to tell you is the dates, the importance of the dates on any incident. Okay, so here about the dates means, for example, I will tell you, because we are discussing now modern history, right? So in that modern history in India, how dates are important? Because in the British rule they appointed governor generals in India, right? Governor generals are, they are also called as viceroys, right? So in that way here so many governor generals appointed and they ruled India for some duration, right? So that history has started with the first Warren Hastings. He is the first Lord Governor General of India, and next that process was ended by with Lord Mountbatten. Okay, so he is the first person appointed as a Governor General of India by the British, and next he is the last Viceroy of India, and his name is Lord Mountbatten. Okay, so here means here why I am giving these two names, because in between two persons also so many Governor Generals are there, they rule India. Okay, Wellesley, Dalhousie, right, Irwin, okay, Canning, So all these persons are worked as governor generals of India in that period. So here the history means from one governor general to another governor general. So how they ruled, what activities they included in their ruling, what administration strategies they implemented in their ruling period. Okay, what they did for the people, what development activities have done in their period, right? So these are the incidents. If we took any one governor general as an example, we have to give this kind of information, right? So in that way, here I said the two persons, one is Warren Hastings, he is the first governor general of India, and the last one is Mountbatten, he is the last viceroy of India. Means viceroy is also a governor general, right? So this is the history. So a part of this, normally if we will take a human being, normal Indian's lifestyle we take, means any important incidents are there, can we write a history like that? No, because here one particular government is there, one particular administration strategy is there, one particular style of functioning of the day-to-day functioning of the government will be there, right? Particular person is there to rule, right? So in that way, here we are giving the information about a particular period. In that period also, in that particular period also, we are mentioning the important dates. Okay, from means this period to this period, this person was the this person ruled as a government general of India, and what he did, he did so many welfare activities for the people. Okay, he implemented different administration strategies in his ruling, right? From this period to this period, he have ruled, right? So means we are giving a particular event, a particular period of time, a particular incident duration we are giving. So here we can say these are the important dates, right? Like this, and any incident, for everything we can say some important things. Normally, before I said a human life cycle, different stages of life, right? In that stage of life also, what we can say, first birthday, after first birthday is important, and second onwards we don't give much importance for birthday, right? And next, when he was joined in the school, first day of his school, right? That also one important day, right? And next, what we can give, after completion of his schooling, when he was joined in his college, first day of college, right? After completion of education, what we can do, what we can give the information, next important date will be when he was joined in his first job, he or she, right? Means these are the important dates of a human's life. Okay, same here I said about the governor generals in the modern history, because we are discussing modern history in this class. That's why I gave the information about the governor generals, who ruled and how they ruled, and who in between the period, right? Those are the important dates as I gave. In the same, in the human life also, in different stages, in that stage also, what will be considered the important date, which date will be considered as important, like that we are giving information, right? So whenever we are studying about history, or whenever we are studying about any book or any person, in that compulsory some particular dates will be important, right? If we are studying about the complete life history of Abdul Kalam, total history will read, but in his life also some important dates will be, when he become as a president of India, right? So means that kind of things will be important in every person's life, in everything's life, in every event life, right? In every incident, whatever it may be, in that the particular dates will be important. Means like that we need to consider, we need to identify the dates, right? Here discussing about the important dates, in our textbook they have given some creative ads about a small topic about the creative ads. Okay, in our textbook actually they have given about the advertisement in the year of 1922. That advertisement is about the Lipton tea. Okay, so in that advertisement actually that is belongs to the year of 1922. In that advertisement, one person have sat on the horse, and he is the third son of the Queen Victoria of Britain, Prince Arthur, who was given the title Duke of Connaught. Okay, so just like that I have given some examples here, and let me show that. The first one is Coca-Cola, and this ad also, advertisement also belongs to the year of 1920s. Here in this ad, one person is drinking Coca-Cola, and he is wearing a suit, and he was wearing a hat also on his head, and he is drinking Coca-Cola, catching a bottle in his hand. And means what they are trying to tell you is, until the last drop they are feeling the drink is very tasty, good and quality. Okay, so like that creatively they created one advertisement. And next, one more advertisement, let me show you. That is one soap ad actually, and in that the famous actress Madhubala acted in that ad. In that they are showing about the soap, and that is, so the soap is the secret of her beautiness, and she is very famous cine actor in the 1920s. So we can see, while seeing that ad only we can identify the information what they are giving about that product. Okay, so the product is soap here, bath soap, and by using that soap only she is looking that much beautiful, means that information they are trying to give you. Okay, this is about the advertisements. The next topic is, how do we periodize? In 1817, James Mill, a Scottish economist and political philosopher, published a massive 3-volume work, A History of British India. That is, and in this he divided Indian history into 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. This periodization came to be widely accepted. Can you think of any problem with this way of looking at Indian history? Why do we try and divide history into different periods? We do so in an attempt to capture the characteristics of a time, its central features as they appear to us. So the terms through which we periodize, that is, demarcate the difference between periods, become important. They reflect our ideas about the past. They show how we see the significance of the change from one period to the next. So, in this how do we periodize topic, I said about the James Mill, right? As per his knowledge, as per his book, he divided the history into 3 parts, right? Hindu, Muslim and British. Okay, so as per him, that is correct only. Means as per that time, as per that, based on that time situation, right? Based on that duration, that division of the history is correct only. Okay, based on that, the widely, means so many people accepted that and we followed that, right? But our historians divided our Indian history into 3 parts, that I said already, you know already, right? So those are ancient history, medieval history and modern history. So as per modern history, as per British rulers, they divided into 3 parts. Those are Hinduism, Muslim and Britishers. Okay, 3 parts. And as per our history, ancient history, medieval history and modern history, right? So here, what is the easy way to read our history? What do you think? What do you say about that? Right? Means, as per my knowledge, as per our book, as per our 8th class history, here already we learned ancient history, medieval history as per our chronology, right? Chronology means, already I said, the dates on which order they are happened, on that order we are learning the things. Okay, that is called as chronology. So here also we are giving the same information, but as per Britishers, right? In this history also we are following the same things. Whatever we learned as per chronology, we need to learn as per the dates. The dates are important. Which dates are important? Which are important to consider, right? Which are not that much important. We are, that all the things we know as per that same we are following here also, in that history division also, in this history division also we are following the same. But the thing is, there the Britishers are there, here the Indian historians are there. Their British historians are there. Okay, as per British historians, their division also 3 parts only, in that Britishers added. In our Indian historians here, we divided our Indian history into 3 parts: ancient, medieval and modern. Okay, so as per that here, why we are giving all those things? Because whenever we are reading, we are studying about history, before and after, 2 things we will discuss, right? What happened in the before and what happened after, and in between the period means duration. Okay, time factor, here also time, duration, right? Years, dates and all we are adding, right? And at the same time, what happened in that duration, we are considering all the information. Okay, whatever the incident were happened in the duration, what they did, how they were in that period, right? So all the things we are adding. Okay, the same history we are reading in the 2 ways. Okay, so which one is better to read? Which one is easy to learn for us? Which one is reliable to our India? Right? We need to consider this. Based on the situation, we will follow. Right? Because here exactly we can't say this one only correct or this one only right. We can't say like that. Already we are learning as per our Indian historians, we are learning, we divided 3 parts. The 3 parts we are learning one by one in the order in which they have given. Okay, and here in the modern history, that order also we are following, because they ruled our India for so many years. For that reason, we are following that also, we are reading that history also, and we are learning the things from that history also. So many persons ruled, right? What they did in India, why they came, why they entered in India, how they entered in India, what they did here, what kind of developments they did in India, right? Actually, in the British history, as per James Mill, Indian civilization has to develop. Okay, so after entering of the Britishers, they thought India will develop. Means Indians are adopting different cultures, different languages, different traditions from the others. They started to adapt actually. So like that, James Mill thought India is developing in that moment. Okay, so like that here we are considering the history of the Britishers, right? So actually I said 2 governor generals are there. One is the first one who started the rule in India as a governor general, Warren Hastings, and who ended the rule of governor general in India, that person is Mountbatten. Okay, so today I am giving you the task about one governor general. The person name is Wellesley. Okay, and you need to collect the information about him. What is the duration of Wellesley, and how many years he ruled as a governor general in India, and what kind of activities he have done, right? What administration policies he introduced, how he ruled. These all the things you need to collect and come. Today's task is that only. I hope you understand this concept. Okay.